Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Schedule 1 again. I hope you're having a great day. Notice this room is very empty, with the exception of these grow tents. All right, we definitely have some stuff in these grow tents, and I might end up taking these grow tents out of here. But I think for now, I'm okay with them being here. The only thing I want to change, kind of, is I want to move this one to be over here. I think it would just look better, so I'm going to trim this one and then just move it. I've got some stuff to show you at the bungalow. So we're just going to go ahead and pull that out of here and put this over like that. I think that just looks a little bit better. I mean, if I could, I'd open this side up, but I understand. Yeah, so we got this bed here, and I think the bed needs to come with me because let me show you. All right, so I can't save, but that's okay. I think I'll be fine. We're going to walk over to the bungalow. I've got 1,600 in cash. That's a little less. Well, I actually don't know because I made the sales after I stopped recording, so it's probably a little bit more than I had at the end of the last video, but that's fine. That's fine. Here's what I've got going on in the bungalow. So I moved everything over here. Okay. I've decided that this is going to be my growing room. A whole bunch of growing happening in here. And then this is my mixing room. And I don't know what this room is yet. I haven't decided. So for now, this room is where my bed is. For now, that's where this is. Okay. Now that allows me to skip the day and be here when I do so. But other than that, let me show you what we've got going on over here. And in order to do that, I need to clear inventory space a little bit. So this little shelf over here, I'm just going to put this stuff in there for now. Okay. All right. Here we go. So on this shelf, we've got some new equipment. I went out and bought some stuff at the warehouse area because I figured, you know what? If we're going to have a big old official thing, we might as well invest in some good stuff. So I've got these new suspension racks. These are the same things we've been using, but now I've got 10 of them. And I'm going to put them over like this, I think. And then after that, I'm going to leave a space or two, probably two, so I can get in there. Yep. So I can get in there and interact with it. And then on this side, I probably will go ahead and do this. I think that's probably okay. That way I can interact with the plants on this side as well as on this side, I suppose. Although maybe it would look better. You know what? I think it would look better if I instead went like this. Let's tear this down. I'm not sure which one I'm actually removing here. No, that's not the right one. I don't know which one. What did I just grab? Get out of my way. Like when they're on top of each other, I can't tell which one I'm grabbing. Okay, so this one is, yeah, in that spot. I like that. And then this one's here. Good. Okay, so now I want to take you and we're going to leave a space about like that, I think. Yeah, I think for now that's going to be fine. We'll see. That does take up more room in the room, but I'm just going to need to leave a space there anyway. We'll see how it goes. I've got these moisture preserving pots. And they hold the moisture a little bit longer. It says 40% longer in the advertising. Whether that's false advertising or not, I don't know. Now I'm thinking I want to move this again. If I put you here, what does it look like? Does it get in the way? There's a walkway here still. I think that's okay. And I can get through here. I can work with this stuff like that. I can work through all this. Yeah, I think this is probably fine. We'll put the pots like this. Then I can put these two back to back here. So it'll be another one. Yeah, there'll be another one right here. And then I will go out to this point, and then there'll be a way to the walkway to get outside from there. I like it. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and real quick make sure that we are accepting all of our deals. We just upcharge them a little bit every time. There we go. And late night. Okay. So that's what I've got going on here. And then, of course, the LED lights go in place as well. So we need to put all of these up here like this. A nice official grow op here. There we go. Did I put that in the right spot? I feel like I didn't. No, that's off center. Wow, it lets me do that though, huh? Can I actually put 1 over 2? Does it let me get away with that? Let's tear this down really quick. I don't know. Does it let me do that? So I'm curious if I could just, like, do I need 10 lights for 10 plants? It might grow slower if I do it that way. I don't know. We'll see. So these shelves are going to be kind of like all of our growing supplies are supposed to be on these shelves. I have extra stuff here now because I had to trim the plants, but I mean, we're going to have our soil through here, any fertilizer. I'm going to keep my trash bags in here too, just so I can have that. I probably should put the trash bags on this one. That's fine. Yeah, and for now, like, you know, flu medicine and stuff is just like extra ingredients that we don't really need at the moment. So I'm just going to put that right there too. Okay, I've got these extra plastic pots, and I think the plastic pots, what I'm going to do is take them to the pawn shop and see if they'll just buy them from me, because I don't really know if I need them or not anymore. Like, it's kind of whatever. And then on this shelf, I've got a lot of my finished product and stuff. I got the BioBud in 13 jars here, 18 baggies right here. I only got 6 banana haze left, I think. I think that's all I got left, right? It looks like it. I got BioBud here. So I don't have much banana haze left. I might just take the banana haze for now off the market. I think that's probably what I should do. That's the more expensive one, but I think I'll take that off the market for now and just only deal in BioBud for the time being. This is the Ultra Balls recipe though. So I kind of need to get, let's see, Fruity Durkle is where I was coming from to do that. And Fruity Durkle is where? I don't remember where it is. There's a lot of like little things to look at here. Right there. Okay, so that goes from Gorilla McLovin. Gorilla comes from Green Crack. Okay, that's what I wanted to get to. I was like, how do you get there from Green Crack? We have access to the Granddaddy Purple now though, and I think that's probably just like exclusively what we're going to be growing at this point. So yeah, I'm not really super concerned about it. This is a lot of space. I might even be able to make... gosh, you know, I could probably get extra in here. If I put you here, then leave a walk space, I could put another 2 here. It's all the same. Yeah, it's the same amount. It doesn't matter. Because I need a walk space. If whether I put the walk space here or I put the walk space here, it's all the same amount of walk space. So, okay. So we need to purchase a business from Ray's Realty. That is the objective today. Unfortunately, I need legal money only to do that stuff. He wants the banana haze. Okay, tell you what, I'm going to counter offer that. You're paying me a lot for this, though. That's great, actually. But I'm going to take that off the market now that you've bought it. Now that we have somebody buying it, I'm going to take that off the market. I really need some of your stuff right now, bro. Whoa. Cool. So here, listen, Trent. I've got something for you, bro. I got an order for 4 banana haze right now. Okay, so tell you what, I will give you 2 of this if you give me at least 100 each. Okay, I know there's a low chance of that happening, but if you give me $100 for each of these, I will sell it to you. Thank you. Okay, so that's good, but unfortunately, like, that doesn't help me with buying the business. So the bungalow is great, and being able to move over there is great. I love it, but because this is definitely going to be better, and I wanted to see if I can fill up. Can I fill up from this? I can't use the outdoor spigots. So the only way to fill up my... Well, actually, I might not be able to fill it up because it's full. Yeah. If I pour it out... You can't pour this out without having a plant to pour it in? Oh, that's crazy. All right, anyway, so let's grab the long life soil. Extra long life soil. Here it is. Yeah, I have 10 of that. So extra long life soil. I'm going to pour all of this in here, and it's just going to get ready for planting. I won't have to deal with the soil when it comes time to plant, basically. And then what I'm going to do, I think, first is I want to hire people to work in the mixing area, because I want to hire people, but I think I'm going to hire them for mixing first. That's the part that takes a lot of time from me. I can handle the pots on my own, I think. And then I also have, I don't know if I'm going to use it, but I have one of those like pouring things, like the automated pouring things that sit on the floor. I don't know if those are useful or how to use them, but we're going to take a look at those too and see if there's if it's going to be good to use those or not. So I have the banana haze for Geraldine, but other than that, I'm just going to sell BioBud for now. I've got a lot of it. So here's this. Yes, always late at night. And then Kathy will do the same thing here. Yes, good. That extra $1 because why not, I guess. There's soil. There you go. So this soil will be ready to rock. And it's nice because I got these moisture preserving, these better moisture pots. So when I water them, I can be sure that they're going to fully grow with full water. I won't have to rewater them. At least that's my idea anyway. I'm pretty sure I won't have to rewater them. Let's go ahead and just dump this trash over here for now, because I don't want to deal with it right now. There we go. That's what we do, right? When we don't want to deal with something, we just dump it on the floor, right? Okay, so the mixing station's kind of over here. This is like a general shelf right now, but it has a lot of my product. I've got like 13 jars of this stuff, 18 here. So a lot of these products here. Let's go like this. Yeah. And then this is my mixing station shelves over here. So I've got various different ingredients. We're going to try to get one shelf per ingredient, I think. So I'll start with this one, then move to this one, then move to this one. I need to do 4 ingredients though. So I guess I would probably have, this was going to be something different here, but like these are general storage shelves right now, but here's more BioBud. Wow. I have more than I thought I had. That's crazy. Okay. And then more OG Kush on here. I need to move over to this shelf if I could. Yeah, I just want to get all the OG Kush over here if I can. Just so I know where it all is and I can monitor it and see it and, you know, I can monitor the situation. Yeah. That's good. Okay. Then the baseball bat and my Granddaddy Purple, which I don't know what I'm going to do with yet. So here's what I think I might do. Not today, though. The thing is, like, I can't do anything today, and like with the quest, with the main quest, unless I can get a deposit, right? I have to deposit more money. That's not the way out. This is the way out. Yeah, I have to deposit more money. So I want to go to the pawn shop. God, it's nighttime already? The days are really short in this game. Or maybe it's not that the days are short. Maybe it's just that I'm so used to having a lot of time at night that compared to my nights, it feels very short. Oh, she's smoking. You wanna buy something? No, that's fine. My dealer is actually out of product, so I'm gonna bring him some BioBud because I can. Because he doesn't have anything to sell right now. He's got 2,000 more cash for me. That's great. I'm gonna give you some BioBud, buddy. You have fun with that. And I could just go get more from there. And then I can start growing some more. But I think the BioBud is probably gonna get phased out because it's the lower cost one. All right, I want to make the highest cost, the highest price stuff possible if it takes the same amount of work, you know? So if it takes the exact same amount of work, then I'd rather get the most money for it if I can. So and then I'm going to have employees doing it too. So the idea here hopefully is that I'm going to take these mixing stations, and I'm wondering if I can sell these. I have the cash now, so I'm going to try. I'm going to take these mixing stations away. We're going to go down to the pawn shop. Hopefully it's still open. I don't remember where it is, though. I think it's over... Oh, don't you do it. That's the police. He's not going to search me. I do have some illegal stuff on me, but it's not a huge deal. So the pawn shop is right here. There it is. Okay, so I wanted to see if it's open. It's not. It's closes at 6. Oh, wow. I'm really late. Okay, so I wanted to see if I could sell these mixing stations, because now that I have $3,800... Let me just check the ATM really quick. Can I make a deposit? Not yet. It says it's a weekly limit, so I'm kind of like thinking, okay, you know, maybe if the week could kindly be over and move on to the next, that would be great. Because I want to buy right here. I want to buy the better mixing station, this one. An upgraded model of the mixing station with automatic ingredient insertion and faster mix times. See, that seems really nice to me. If I was to get employees, though, it kind of makes this moot right now, but yeah. And then the upgraded packaging station is the other thing I wanted to get. It's got a rotary packing tool, allows for much faster packing of products. I'd love to have this too. So I'm going to actually buy that now because I can. And I'm going to worry about packing my stuff, I think. And I just want to hire people to do all of the mixing stuff because that takes a long time to do. So that's what I'm going to... Oh, shit. I'm surrounded by cops right now. Like, they're up there. Yeah, they're up there, shining a light right here. And they're in front of me over here. Wow. Okay, hang on. Let's make sure the police are just going in a straight line. I like that. Did they ever turn around? Oh boy. I need to get back to my house. We'll go the other direction. We'll go this way. There's another road that hopefully isn't being covered by cops right now. Yeah, this one. It's crazy because I don't really see a whole lot of cops on this road. Jesse wants some more stuff. Oh my gosh. I was on my phone and I heard the sound that they were looking at me. So I don't really see much cops on this road. But like now I'm seeing them, right? They're on their way here. So now I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I'm just going to make stuff. If I'm good here, I'm not good here. But I'm good here, but I'm not good here, right? I could just watch them because technically I'm in my house during curfew. I just got the door open, so I'm legal here. That's crazy. Okay, so they don't see sideways. They only see, basically, you just see in front of them. That's interesting. I'm trying to like gauge how they operate here. Okay, so this packing station, we take this away. We replace it with the automatic packing station. Yeah, the Mark II, baby. That's what I want. And then on this shelf, we're just going to put all the old equipment, I guess. So the mixing station and the packaging station will go there. And then I've got all the baggies that I would use back behind it. So I would take like this. I would go baggie here. And then if I had something that I wanted to package, so for example, not that, but usually it would be that. But now I got all the OG Kush there for now. It's going to be here for now. So let's take the Bio Bud. We're going to take 2 of the Bio Bud. How much do I have to sell? It's 4. I have 7 and then 4 banana haze. So 7 of these have to be there. So what I would want to do, I guess, is I'd put this here, reverse it, and say unpack. Now, you're not going to be able to see the automatic thing in action here, but if I go like this, rotate the conveyor, space, drop product. Well, I have to actually drop it still. Oh, that's like a, it's like an arcade game. I like that. That's cool. All right. Yeah. Okay. So the 5 of that. Now, do I have more in a baggie or do I need more? I have Bio Bud right here. So that gives me the Bio Bud I can sell tonight. And just a spare jar that's behind it. We'll put that in the storage behind it. Yeah, I got one of these pot sprinklers. So I was trying to figure like, where does this actually go? It looks like it's going to go like directly in front of it, I assume. Something like this is what I was thinking it would be. Yeah, it's just going to sprinkle right there. So when it needs water, it'll just get released from here. And then I suppose I would just be responsible for making sure these stay full, right? But then as long as I can still work the plant, I still have to be able to work it. So like that means getting in here and cutting. And right now I'm stuck. So I think they're maybe just a little bit too close together to make that happen. I was going to play around with it. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it'll be better to put it here. Be better here. And then if I want to work that plant, I would just work it from this side. You know? But I think since I'm going to have help with mixing initially, I can just manage these plants. Eventually, I'm going to hire someone to just do all this anyway. And I think the pot sprinkler probably won't even be necessary. I'll place it here for now so it doesn't take up any inventory space. Yeah, that's kind of it. So I don't have any seeds at the moment. And I feel like I'm not necessarily falling behind, but I should be experimenting with mixes right now. I feel like that's probably what I should be doing. So why don't I take the mix station. I'll put this back for now. And then I'm going to go with the Granddaddy Purple. And we're just going to see what we can get out of this. So the Granddaddy Purple will go here. And then if I take, let's say, I don't know what the traits of Granddaddy Purple are, but if I take some Cuke and add it to it, it goes from sedating to energize. I feel like that's, you know, I kind of understand these perks right now. Sedating and energize just feel like they're a juxtaposition to me. They don't feel like they should be together. Perhaps we will try this. We'll take both of these together and see what that does. I should probably turn my flashlight on for you guys. Gorilla fuel. See, market value is 60 already. So that's interesting. If I take the gorilla fuel, I guess we're doing this. I guess we're doing the cuke now too. If I take that and add cuke to it, I get Tropic Thunder with sedating and energizing, I suppose, is the two things I would get. So I'm just going to put it in there with the picture. I don't really need to do that, but sure. And from there, we end up getting what? Mega Diamond, but it's only worth 68. Which, I mean, so the can of cuke added, what, $8 of value to it? It's not a huge deal. Maybe I add some, like, harder stuff is what I'm thinking. Maybe I need to go into, like, going really hard into this somehow. So, like, for example, if I take... Well, I need to get rid of the stuff in my inventory. I need a free space. Always need a free space. So let's just put the bio bud in here for now. And the banana haze. So if I was to take the Granddaddy Purple and maybe mix it right away with the mouthwash. I mean, it's not really hard stuff, but if I mix it right away with mouthwash, perhaps that's going to change the dynamics of it. I want to experiment with a lot of things and come up with whatever's best. So Granddaddy Purple with mouthwash is OG Gruel. And it's only 55. So if I'm really looking to maximize the market value of things, then this is the kind of stuff where I kind of wouldn't want to do that, right? I wouldn't want to have that specific ingredient be first, at least. Maybe we'll try the banana, see what the banana does to it. So we'll take this and just pop it over there. Okay, so that one is going to be called Ultra Cock. It's gingeritis and sedating. So it's not, that's not the greatest thing either. So, we'll go in and, we'll package these things and just hand it off to our dealer. I think is probably the way to go there. Just package these extra ones. Mega Diamond seems like it's okay. I kind of want to maybe go off of Mega Diamond a little bit here because it was okay. And if I add a diamond or if I add a banana to Mega Diamond, then, maybe we'll have a new star. Because right now, like I said, I have something I'm growing that costs less than Granddaddy Purple and makes me more money. Now we're getting up there. Fruity Diesel has a market value of 83. I like that. So I'm going to take the Ultra Cock here. And we're just going to package this. There we go. And we'll make sure that we give this to the dealer. This is like we're going to give stuff to the dealer sort of things here. Let's put the banana back. And we'll grab a little bit of this. I need to get rid. I wish I could just drop things on the floor. And I guess with the pots I can. I could just get rid of them that way. I don't need the watering can. I don't need the clipper. We're not doing anything like that. So take the wedding mint. Weren't you just called something else? Oh, you just randomly roll the name every time I look at it. Arias. Ice cream Urkel. Miracle cookies. Hey. Miracle cookies. I like it. Miracle cookies with Viagra equals miracle cookies. Oh, it already has the Tropic Thunder. Yeah, it already has that perk, so I don't need to add it. So I think I need a new ingredient. I want a new ingredient, I think. Something to add to it that I haven't added to anything before. Shall we try that? Shall we do it? Because if I know exactly what I want to make... This is the wrong way. The gas station's on the other side. If I know exactly what I want to make, then I can focus everything on that. I think that's the best way to play it. For me anyway, because like having many different strains is cool, but I don't know, man. Energizing is probably the energy drink, I would think. I'm gonna take a shot in the dark here and say that gasoline is what makes things lethal. How about we grab a few donuts? We'll grab some gasoline, I guess, too, and just kind of see what we want to do with that. We'll grab a few samples. Some people like lethal as a perk. It's the other one, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, I can't get out here. I thought I could get out here. Well, shoot. It's a construction site after all. I guess it is kind of closed off. Even though I can just walk right in. Here we go. Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to kill people, right? Like, in DDS, you can kill people. Like, you can go too far. You can make things too lethal, and then your customers just start dying, and that's, you know, obviously not good. So, you want to strike a balance where you have things very addictive, but have very low lethality. I'm not sure if this does that. I'm not sure if this game does that. So, flu medication. We could try that, too, actually. Although flu medication does sedating, and we already have this. So if I add the donut, I get something unknown. Ooh, here we go. Something unknown is good. Let's take the flu medication and put it in there for now. I think put this back. There we go. Okay, so now we have... Let's re-roll the name, shall we? Aspen's Mega Miracle Splooge. Gorilla Punch is probably a bit more my speed here. Calorie dense Gorilla Punch. I guess the only thing left to do is to add gasoline and see what we get here. It looks like it's going to take out the gingeritis and add something new. I don't want to remove the gingeritis, though. I like Gorilla Punch. Would Gorilla Punch be the most valuable one we have so far? It's suggested as 92. I think that's the best one so far. It's right up there with Banana Haze, yeah. But Banana Haze costs me less, right? Banana Haze comes from the green crack. It's a cheaper plant. And that's the same step, too. So that's probably not the best way to work Granddaddy Purple. So now I have to wonder, if I don't do the gingeritis and I add the gasoline instead, I mean, we're going to lethal here, right? That's got to be. I don't know what other perk gasoline would do to it. Okay, smelly. Sedating. Calorie dense. The dark ass blaster. I mean... So it ends up smelly, toxic, sedating, calorie dense, thought-provoking, Tropic Thunder. No, I don't like that. I don't like that. I think that one isn't where I want to go with this. Yeah, I think I'm good with the other build, but I mean, again, I think if I add some good amount of stuff to the Granddaddy Purple, I think that's really where I got to figure out is what do I add to Granddaddy Purple to make it the best, right? So let me play around with this just a little bit. I don't want to take up the whole video mixing again, and I don't want the whole video to end up being that again, but I do have some to work with. And I think also in the morning I'm going to buy like 7 more shelves. I just don't have enough for my own self here. If I go like, I guess I put all the bad ones here. We're going to eventually give them to our dealer. But it takes up a lot of space in his inventory to do that. I kind of wish I could just throw them all together, but I guess that doesn't make sense to be able to do, right? Yeah. I can also use a different mixing station while I speed it up. So, you know what? Why don't we also... I can set up the other mixing station, like, right here. And then what I can do is, you know, if I have one mix, then I can start the other one and then, you know, start experimenting with like 2 at the same time. So I can go here. Maybe we start with, you know, take some of these away. Yeah. So maybe I start with a donut here because I already know what that will lead to. We start with a donut there, and then on the other side, I can go in and be like, hey, what if I just add gasoline to it right away, you know? I don't really want to do that, but hey, let's see what it does, you know? And then I switch back over here, and I have Mega Splooge again, right? And then I take the Mega Splooge, and I'm like, hey, you know, what if I add Cuke to the Mega Splooge, you know? And we just kind of go from there. So maybe we don't want Granddaddy Purple, we want that, and then we do that, and we hit go. And then the second level mixer, I think, automatically adds the ingredients. So I don't have to do this anymore. But that's a $2,000 mixer. Pink slime. Yeah, like, it's really not good. I just don't want the gasoline. I think we're not going to use gasoline. Well, okay, I tell you what. I'll use gasoline until it's gone. Because I just have 1 extra left. So, I guess. So, like, if I add more gasoline, I get more pink slime again. That'd be kind of a waste of it, though. Isn't this going to be the same thing? If I go gasoline, then donut, is it the same thing as going donut, gasoline? But that's something to take a look at. So now I have Tokyo Mint. This is with Cuke, though. I actually like Tokyo Mint's a cool name. Nightmare Schmega. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, guys. Anyway, I'm gonna keep playing with it because I really want to find out if there's something that is the best here. So I'm just gonna play around with a bunch of different mixes. Okay, so I've got a lot of different recipes here. I've done a lot of stuff here. So far, my best one is still Banana Haze with BioBud right behind it. And I've started to experiment also with OG Kush, and I've managed to get it to OG Flight, which only requires me to mix twice to get to 76. I'm sure I can keep going, but this gives me 100% addictiveness with balding, athletic, and anti-gravity, which I think is kind of interesting. I tried to add something else to it. I tried to add the flu medicine to OG Flight, and I noticed that it takes away athletic and replaces it with two other things. So it's making me think that I can probably compound effects by continuing to mix over and over and over again, and potentially even mixing the same ingredients I've already put in it to take effects away. Like if I take BioBud and put it in here and put the same ingredient I've already put in it before, it's possible it will remove a trait and add two more. And I think that's how I can compound different traits onto this thing. So I've been experimenting with things a bit, and I've started to use energy drinks. So my OG Flight right now is just Kush in here with mouthwash. That brings it to purple cheese. Okay, and then I take the purple cheese and I add the energy drink to it, and that gets me up to that 76 value with the cheapest plant, which is kind of nice. So if I come over here, I have OG Flight. I have the premium one over here too. And I just add from OG Flight is already done for the mixer there. So I need the mouthwash to create new stuff. So I'm curious if I take this OG balls or whatever and I put the mouthwash in it, that's where I already am. So adding this, okay, so you see this. So if I add this back in, the energy drink, I already added this before, but if I add this again, it's now going to keep all of these traits and add a new one, which is because I've already done this. This is energy. So all I did here for this mixture is OG Kush, and I use the mouthwash, then which replaces calming with anti-gravity and stuff, I think. And then I used the energy drink. Then I added the flu medication to get the munchies and the balls and whatever. And then I'm putting the energy drink back in. And now, look at this. I have an 89 market value with the cheapest plant. Sweet balls. So that's interesting. So I'm thinking, like, I got to go back into all my mixtures and try to just add things that I've already added before. And I can kind of see effects. So if a sweet balls, for example, if I put this in, it doesn't do anything. I already just did this, so everything's going to be the same in there. But what if I was to take like a banana, for example, something I've never added yet? So I can see here that if I add a banana to sweet balls, it keeps all the traits it already has, plus it adds a new one. So what's the new one? You know, like, and it just kind of compounds. I add all these different ingredients to it, and, you know, potentially the cheapest plant is now my most expensive offering. Right? So, like, there's a lot of time that can be spent doing this kind of thing. I'm going to go with OG Wedding here. OG Wedding. I don't know why I'm keeping the wedding, but I'm just keeping it now. So that's OG Wedding, which is, like, my most expensive product now. This is the best one I offer. 96 suggested retail over the Banana Haze, which is 92. And I think it's just as many mixtures. I don't know, maybe a little bit different, but I do wish it would show the whole step here, but I've started starring them so I can just reference them and figure out how to use them. But if I can figure out what the creme de la creme of my mixtures could be here, just purely through experimentation, that's what the game's about. But if I can do that through experimentation and just come up with like like what's next for OG wedding, right? Like, what do I put next? So if I put the OG wedding in here, take the banana out, maybe I put the mouthwash back in. Nothing. Okay. Well, the energy drink again. Nothing. Okay. So I can just kind of play with things like that and see what it, what it'll do. So maybe I grab Cuke, right? Let's see what that does. So if I put Cuke in this, okay. So in this case, I'm taking gingeritis away, which may or may not be a good thing, but I'm definitely adding 2 new traits to this. So what does that do? Right? I don't know. Let's find out. Maybe this thing now is from an OG Kush plant. Perhaps this is now worth 112. The Mega Rhino. Right? This is sexy fruit. Right? Lots of different combinations here. Now, whether or not it's worth going through all these steps, that's the thing. I don't know. If I put the energy drink back in, it doesn't do anything now. If I take Viagra, let's say. Okay, so in this case, it's removing athletic, but it's adding a new trait here and then another one here. So I'm getting yet another trait for doing that. So what does it do? That's the experiment, man. We just keep adding new traits. Now it's worth 125. We added sneaky. Great. This is ultra diesel, I guess. This is the sneaky ultra diesel. Cool. Now if I take ultra diesel and I add, nope, doesn't do anything. Cuke. Here's again. We add Cuke. Now this is going to replace Munchies and Sneaky, and it's going to replace it with something else. So it doesn't look like it's adding a new trait, though. I want it to add more traits, so that's what I want it to do anyway. What if I take this away? If we add a banana. Okay, doesn't do anything. Let's add the mouthwash. Doesn't do anything. Okay. So like we know based on experimentation, my screen is going to show me what it's going to do. So I guess we'll just see what that does. If I take let's put the energy drinks back. Get it out of my inventory here. I'll put the mouthwash back. Let's take Cuke out of here. Viagra is supposed to go on this shelf anyway. So here's my purple cheese, right? So I'm kind of just I'm playing around with things. Okay, I'm getting lost in the maze of things. Purple cheese comes out like this. Yeah, and we add additional. We're starting with mouthwash, and we just start with this, and we just go down this rabbit hole where we just keep adding things over and over again. And of course, it's a totally fictional portrayal here. But now that I have a product with the suggested price of 125, I feel like Ultra Diesel is what I want to make. But it has all these different effects, and they don't necessarily work for all my customers too. So, like that's the thing. Maybe people won't order it because they don't like that product. They don't like the mixture as well. So that's the other thing. I don't know. Like suggested price seems great, but how many can I move? Because you guys can see maybe, I don't know. Depends on how I'm cutting this up. But you guys can kind of see my volume of sales has dropped. Like I'm not selling as many now. I'm not selling as much now. I'm getting more money for them, but I'm not selling as much. And maybe part of that has to do with that. I don't know. So this is how I get OG Flight is with that. So just real quick, go back to OG Flight. And this is a 16 thing. No. Well, I'll just do this. It's fine. This gives me my flight right here. Put all these in. And I kind of want to see what that other thing does, Like let's see what it does. Nope. What? I didn't hit begin, did I? You have to hit the start button. Otherwise, all your ingredients go back. And that's the other thing you can do. If something falls off the table, which it can happen, things can fall off the table while you're trying to pick them all up, then you just hit escape and it takes you back and you just have all the ingredients back again. So it's nice that way, I guess. I missed one. So my Ultra Diesel, if I add Cuke to it, I remove Munchies and I remove Sneaky, but I'm replacing them with 2 new things, and I'm wondering if it's worth more than 125. So let's see. What does it do? It does Miracle Diamond. Okay, so that's not worth doing, right? So we know what we want is Ultra Diesel. We're thinking Ultra Diesel is where I want to be with all of my OG Kush that I have. It needs to be transformed into Ultra Diesel. And that's how I can get the most for those. It just takes a very long time to do. And I'm not sure it's worth it. Like the thing, like I'm not sure it's worth it because, I mean, how much stuff did I have to do? It's each one of these every step of the way. So how much did I spend on it? That's the thing. The retail price doesn't matter if it takes almost all this time and all the extra steps. You know, where does it go? So the initial is worth 45 or 38, I guess. It just has calming. It's suggested is 38. That's the initial one for OG Kush. Then when I add the mouthwash, I get purple cheese, and that bumps it up to 64. That's pretty good. Then I add the energy drink. That bumps it up to 76. And this is where I was going to stop. But then I went down the rabbit hole of adding new things to OG Flight. And so when I added balls, and that didn't do much. Or I added the flu medication. That didn't do much. But what it did is it added munchies and it just added the one thing. So then Sweet Balls has the energy drink again. So this is adding the energy drink again. And it added another trait. What did it add? It added athletic to it. So I already had athletic, right? So this removed the flu medication, adding that, removed athletic, replaced it with sedating and munchies, and then adding the energy drink again, just added athletic back again. And then from there, from there I bumped it up to 96 by adding a banana. And that brought in the gingivitis. The gingeritis, sorry. That brought in gingeritis, removed anti-gravity, though. Which is interesting. So then I added the Cuke, which brought it up to having energizing again. This makes it more attractive, actually. A lot of my customers, especially my dealer, has people who like energizing. And then the Ultra Diesel comes in, and now it's like, how do I get anti-gravity back, right? So I don't know what's worth it. I don't know how many steps you go to achieve greatness. Can you just because this is time, right? It's time commitment, or it's personnel that you have to pay every day to scale up. So I'm all in my head right now. I'm thinking, okay, which part of this do we stop at and just sell that? And I think to really know that, I need to go through my contacts and I need to see kind of what perks they actually like. And like long faced, I guess, euphoric, shrinking, munchies. Okay, so somebody likes munchies. Peter likes refreshing. Here's energizing from Ludwig. She likes gingeritis. I had at one point gingeritis and energizing at the same one, right? So that would be appealing to these two. Seizure inducing. I don't know why anyone would want this. Bright-eyed, refreshing, energizing, right? Balding. I had that too. Sedating is on there too. Refreshing. Energizing here too. Calorie dense. I get calorie dense from the donuts, from what I've seen anyway. So there's a lot going on here. Jesse loves energizing. So I think when I find the mix that adds that gives energizing, I think that's where I go from this, right? And maybe like right here you can see if I add from the purple cheese, if I don't go to OG Flight, which is what I got from, this is purple cheese. So gives me OG Flight. So if I don't do that and I instead put the Cuke in there instead, this is going to be energizing. So I don't know. Like I'm going down the rabbit hole, guys. This game's got me hooked, and now it's just like, what am I gonna make next? I'm just like throwing random things in there. Miracle Diamond. What do we do? I don't know. Do we throw something else in? I also don't have access to all of the ingredients as well. That's the thing. I don't have access to all the ingredients because you have to level up to get the ingredients. So like there's certain things like a mega bean, for example, that's in the store I saw. I get that very soon. And then I like down the rabbit hole with Granddaddy Purple too. It already has sedating. So it's like, okay, is it worth even doing that? Because I have something that has sedating. I get that from my OG, the thing I'm doing here, all this whole process gives me that eventually anyway. So is it even worth it? I don't know. OG flight with Cuke is an unknown thing. That's just going to be a balding athletic. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is where I stop, because this gives me energizing, and this could be a fine product with only 3 steps: mouthwash to energy drink to Cuke, done, and it would sell really well, right? Let's just see what this does. I'll make a batch of this, and I can give it to my dealers, because I'm basically just giving it to the dealer. I only have 1 dealer, but eventually I'll have another one. But whatever this makes with all these 5, I can just give this to the dealer, and we'll see what it does. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'll bring you guys back when I have decided what direction I'm going. I'd like to have a product that I sell that's catered to my customers, and then I want to give my dealer a set of customers that has a trait that has something in common with their traits, and then I'm going to give them a different configuration that goes for their customers. Essentially, that's what I'm planning to do anyways, to give them a set of customers that has a whole bunch of things in common. So right now, my dealer actually has 7 out of 8, and I took one of them away and added one to be my customer instead. But I'm going to rearrange the customers like that, making sure that Jesse for sure is going to stay with me, because that dude's got money. He just buys things. But I need to have a strain available that has those traits that he really wants, right? Then he'll be willing to pay more for it and everything. So yeah, this thing is glowing, dude. What is this? This is nuclear. It's got anti-gravity. This is nuclear space. Balding, athletic, anti-gravity, and energizing. That's pretty good, right? That's pretty good. Maybe nuclear space is where we go with that. I don't know. I'm just going to come up with something. It's all this really bright green. Okay, so that's my game plan. I'll see you guys in a second. See, look at this change here, right? We have this slimy diamond that I've made. This is, derived from OG Kush, right? So we have, this slimy diamond here. And I've started, again, it's just experimenting. So I put the Cuke in here, and it just, completely removes these traits, but replaces them, and then adds an extra one, which I assume the green one is energizing, right? It's just a fascinating thing. I don't know. Maybe you guys aren't even interested. I have no idea. But this, part of the game in this, part of this game is experimentation, trying to figure out what works. Slimy shart, nightmare cookies. Oh, yes. I don't know, man. Maybe this isn't really a ghost, but this has added paranoia to it, right? What an interesting trait. Now you have energetic paranoia, right? So with that, I've already added pretty much every ingredient here, but what if I just add this again? What does that do? Look at that. It just takes, there's 3 new things and it adds a new trait. I don't know. Part of me wants to be in the comments, list what yours is like. Part of me wants to do that. But then the part of me also is just nah, we're just gonna play around with things, whatever. I'll just put Cuke back in it. What does that do? Oh, look at this. It keeps, look at this. See this Cuke, it's gonna keep all of the traits and then add energetic. So now it's gonna bring energetic back in, which is great for my customers. They want energetic, so just put it in there, right? I have no idea. Afghan Express. I've taken OG Kush, and it's worth 106 now. This is Gorilla Haze now. There's just a lot of traits on that. That's cool, right? What if I put the donut back in it? It's gonna add a whole bunch of extra stuff in there. I don't know, guys. I don't know. It just keeps going on and on, right? We just go on and on. The banana does the same thing. I don't know, man. Just whatever. Just I need to really just buckle down and just decide on a recipe at this point, Ice cream gold. This thing's worth 127. Market value is 127. This is super fruit now. This is super fruit. You know what? Super fruit's I'm gonna decide on that. Super fruit's gonna be the thing. It has what is this? 8 traits here. Anti-gravity. It's got a bunch of stuff here, 8 traits. But I had to also do 8 processes to get there. And there's that's a lot, you know? So if I focus on this and I just focus on that one strain and delivering that, like how many is this going to appeal to all my customers? It's got gingeritis, balding, thought-provoking, anti-gravity, energizing, sneaky. If I take a look at my customers, balding, so that'll work for you. It's not really something for Beth. Energizing, there we go. Refreshing, maybe bright-eyed there. There's the gingeritis. We have, energizing there too. Refreshing, sneaky. So it pretty much hits everybody, right? I don't know about the munchies. I had an athletic build, right? I had something else that was athletic, the OG Flight. And actually, this doesn't have anything to do with OG Flight, so I could have both. But I think the BioBud does one of these too, so... Yeah, sneaky, energizing, paranoia. That doesn't have paranoia anymore, but it has 2 of the 3. Like, this is good for Jesse, too. And he'll pay more for it. So maybe I just focus on this, whatever the heck this is. There's a super fruit. Maybe I just focus on the super fruit, which means I need a whole bunch of OG Kush. I just need, like, the original plant for that. I don't know. That seems pretty good to me. I'm not sure about like all these extra strains that I've got so many extra strains right now. Like this is all experimentation shelf right here. So gonna be at it for a while, but tell you what, I'll let the game play on a few days in game and just I need to get through all of the junk that I've made that I'm not gonna use. And then I'll make a decision and we'll just start producing. And then I can get employees in, right? I need to figure out exactly what I want them to do before I hire them. So that's what we're going to do. Also, while I've been doing this, regularly I'm getting, at least once tonight anyway, I get somebody always coming over. I think it's Kyle with the yellow shirt. He comes over to the door, knocks on the door, and he's just like, hey, man, I haven't had my fix in a while. I need something. And I just need to give him something. Like the dude's addicted. So how addictive is this, actually? This last one I just made here, the superfruit, all the way over, of course. Yeah. So, like, why not? Let's just make superfruit. It's a lot of processes, but if we're not making multiple strains, we can put 100% of our effort into it. And with the automated mixing stations, combine that with employees, it's actually probably a fine thing. So I'm probably going to do that, but I need to let the game play on a little bit because this shelf needs to be destroyed. I need this shelf cleared. All of my experimental, like, everything in here is like one single thing, a new thing. Okay, yeah, let's do that.